Recording in progress.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself first. My name is Wahyudi Akbar Sugiha with NPM 21411-090. I'm from Technocrat Indonesia University, specifically from Faculty of Economic and Business. Right now, I will explain about debt and debt management. What is debt management, or what is debt? Debt in financial context refers to a finance obligation that an individual, company, or other entity must pay to another party within a predetermined time. Debt can come in many forms, such as loans, bonds, mortgage, or other obligations. Here is the definition of debt in finance. Debt is the amount of money that individual, company, or other entity borrows from another party with an agreement to return it within a specified period of time, usually with interest or certain additional cost. Debt can use for various purposes, such as funding business investment, property purchase, financing education, or meeting short-term needs. It is important to understand that debt doesn't always have a negative connotation, as it can be useful tools for managing financial and economic growth. However, debt is carry risk, especially if not managed properly. The obligation to repay debt must be met according to the term of the agreement, and non-payment can result in legal sanctions, financial loss, and reputational damage. Therefore, wise debt management is key in both personal and business finance. They've divided based on repayment period. Debt can be divided based on the repayment period into several types. The first one, short-term debt. In short-term debt, we have trade debt. Debts that are usually paid in less than 1 year to supplier or creditors who provide good or service. Banks debts that must be repaid within a short period of time, such as overdraft or credit card loans. The second one, we have medium-term debit. Investment debit usually to finance medium-term investment such as equipment purchase or business expansion. The term is usually between 1 to 5 years. Bond debit usually by a company or government and usually has a repayment period of 2 to 10 years or more. Number 3 and the last one is long-term debit. Mortgage debit usually to purchase or finance property, and the repayment period can be decades. Corporate debits. Long-term debits issued by companies to fund their business operation or growth. Government debt is used by the government is fund large project or budget deficits with repayment terms that can be very long. Each type of debt has different characteristics and risks, and the selection of the type of debt should consider the needs and financial condition of the company or individual concerned. As a good understanding of this type of debt is essential to managing finance wisely. The next one is debt categories based on financial management. Debt can be categorized based on financial management into two main types: productive debt and consumptive debt. Productive debt Productive debt is debt that is used for investment or financial management that can generate income or increase one's assets. The purpose of productive debt is to increase wealth or support the economic development of a person or business. Some examples of production debt include A. Investment loans to purchase productive assets such as land, equipment, or machinery. The B. Education debt to support education that can increase employment and income opportunities. And the last one, we have business debt to fund working capital or business expansion. Productive debt often has a lower interest rate compared to consumptive debt, as it is expected to generate enough income to repay the debt. The debt. Consumptive debt. Consumptive debt is debt that is usual to fulfill personal needs or wants that are non-investment in nature. This debt is often useful to finance daily consumptive or items such as luxury goods, vacations, foods, and entertainments. Example of consumptive debt include credit cards to finance everyday purchase or vacations, and then the second one, personal loans or personal purpose such as weddings or home renovations, and the last one is other consumptive debts such as the purchase of the new car, clothes, and electronic goods. Consumptive debt often has a higher interest rate compared to productive debt because it doesn't generate income and is a financial burden. It is important to understand the difference between productive and consumptive debt in order to manage your finances wisely. The use of debt should be tailored to your goal and ability to repay, and should be carefully considered in your personal or business financial planning. That's all for me about the debt. So if I have a wrong word or a mistake information, please forgive me, and you can critique me in the column commenter. And then the last one, you can ask me about the economic financial management in the column commenter. Don't forget subscribe me, and nice to meet you at the next video. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Recording stopped.